We're here with Glenn Martens at YProject backstage for Men's Fashion Week. It's the first day. How are you doing today?
Very good, as just before show, 2 hours before show. It's stressy, but we're under control.
Well, you seem pretty calm as always.
Yeah, but we have a great team. Everything was quite well organized, so I'm happy.
So what have you created for us this season?
Well, I think this is the 3rd season I do it for YProject. We had for the first 2 seasons, it was really like an in-between collection from how historically it used to be, how it is evolving into something new. I think this is really like the first proper statement where we can really see the future for the brands. Yeah.
How's this journey been for you with YProject?
Well, it's amazing. I mean, we're still a very small team of young people, so it's crazy nice to work all together. It's more like, it feels more like a bunch of mates than actually like a whole office. And actually everything goes really fluent. So I mean, like we really get extremely positive feedback both from press and buyers. So that's, my boss is happy. And then furthermore, I mean, also I think we can more and more experiment. So as you will see this season also, I think this new collection is really like going further than we used to do before. And that's actually fun. There's more place.
And what do you feel that you bring from yourself into the DNA of the house of YProject?
Well, I'm of course like a guy from the 90s. I'm a bit like more, but I guess I'm a bit younger than how it was before. So I think this young vibe is actually getting a bit more prominent in the whole company. Meaning, very basically, it's like it fits already. Like everything is much more comfortable. There's a little bit more streetwear coming in. Yeah, then it's also like I'm also quite obsessed by history and I come from Bruges, medieval town. So there's like this kind of elegance, gothic elegance, but more architecturally, which is also back there.
Well, I think you're graduating from the Royal Academy of Fine Arts. They kind of prepare you very well, don't they, to be independent and to be a stunning designer, don't they?
Well, I think that's the whole point of the Academy of Antwerp is really, they really push the students to develop their own taste and develop their own creative world. And that's 4 years only based on that. So I think it's true, when we graduate from there, we don't know everything, of course, but we know how to impose ourselves or impose our taste or like define it properly.
And for this collection we're going to see today, how did you get started and what was your inspiration for it?
But inspiration is definitely like just the people around me, like everyday people like in Paris. I mean, most people I work with, most people I live with are like between 30 and 40. And they behave like teenagers at night. They like work really like strong during daytime. They are business people, they're like going for it. But they have this kind of dual life, which I really enjoy, and I really see that in big cities like Paris, London, New York. I think people who live in big cities, they have this kind of, I think life is much more stressy, much more intense. Everything is more costly, so their work has to also like they're really business people, but then they have to like find a balance and like decompress. So that's why sometimes you feel that they really get in touch with, stay in touch with the youth. So that's a bit the YProject collection actually.
Well, what I like about your design is that you can actually, it's almost like the models can just take it out on the street. They can just walk off the catwalk and onto the street. It's very wearable in a sense. Would you say that's going to be for this collection as well?
Well, we definitely have wearable pieces and we have a bit less wearable pieces. Of course, it's a show, so we have to make it a show. But yeah, I think that's for the menswear. I think I'm really happy because they really are men. It's not like you don't feel like you're like being dressed in some fashionista outfits. You really like wear clothes that you want to wear, and they're rough, they're masculine, they're cool. They're like you show your masculinity. You're there.
And for a final question, what kind of fabrics and color palette did you work with this season?
We have quite interesting color palettes. Since we really are in this duality between youth and adulthood, we really use like very more tailored, old-fashioned like fabrics. That's hand-woven tweeds, pleated wool, houndstooth, I think in English. Of course, the whole range of wools which we need to have in the winter, but very elegant, sophisticated, and tailored fabrics. But then we have in contrast a whole bunch of lycra, vinyls, wax cottons, oil cottons, which really bring up this kind of techno culture. So it's a duality between this techno neon culture and then this more classic dandy feeling.